From Lalate headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons Lalate.
Monday, March 8, 2021. Wall Street has just closed after a dramatic day. Your $1,400 third stimulus check bill has passed the Senate. It includes a lot of money in there. But one of the items they should have included in there is a new computer printer. Yes, a new computer printer. The Senate bill was to land in the House today so that the House could vote on it tomorrow. That's what the House said. This House said they're going to vote and approve the bill on Tuesday, and that the bill would be signed by the President on Tuesday. Minutes ago, the House leaders now indicate they're having problems printing out the bill. Really? Can someone donate to the Senate a new printer? Now, they still may get the bill signed by the end of Tuesday. From across the country, America awaits your third stimulus check. We also await some ink in the Senate printer to get it done. I have all this shocking developments from Wall Street to Main Street, from my printer to your inkjet, as the final 2 hours of Afternoons LA kick up right now, direct from Los Angeles. The third stimulus check bill, $1,400 stimulus check and more is in there. There's a lot of great stuff in that $1,400 third stimulus check bill. There's just one thing missing, a new computer printer. Yeah, seriously. The House leaders minutes ago say that they're having problems printing out the Senate bill and delivering it over down the street, well, actually down the hall, to the Senate. Really? No one can account for an extra printer in a $1.9 trillion stimulus package? I kid you not. Just one of these days. How are you? Does anyone have an extra printer to donate to Nancy? It's actually not her printer. It's Chuck's printer. I just... Now, the detail is that they think they still can print it out and get it voted on tomorrow. They're just having problems with the printer. I gotta tell you, this is the second time I've heard about this printer in the last 2 months. Do you remember the second stimulus package had a problem with the printer then also? Remember when they couldn't get the bill to Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago because they had problems with the printer? So they had it air jet on a private jet because they couldn't print it fast enough. They had it sent on some special, teleprompter jet, first class to Mar-a-Lago because they couldn't get the printer done fast enough. They can get everything else done, but they can't get our printer done. How are you? If you can find that printer in that room, can you donate it to Chuck and Nancy? They need an extra printer. No, I did not. Yeah, I did. I just can't. Hit that subscribe button, because whether it's Wall Street or Bitcoin or the Treasury yields or the amount of ink in the laser jet, I got it all covered for you here. Where else am I covering inkjets? I go to such lengths to deliver you the news. The amount of ink in the inkjet is just holding up your stimulus check for an extra 24 hours. Yeah, there we are. How is everyone? How is everyone? King Reno, it was Mansion. Mansion kicked the cord on the printer. Mansion kicked the cord on the printer. Mansion probably took the printer and ran for it. Mitch had some lobsters come in and do a dance on the printer so that it would work. Yeah, there's Liza, there's Team Angel, there's King Rena and Denise and Sandra. Printer problems. I got 10 million problems, but a printer ain't one of them. There was a rap song about that in the Senate once. There was a mixtape that Mitch dropped. You just missed it. The mixtape. There's Sally and there's Sandy and then the King Reno and there's Ira. If you listen really carefully, there's the donut guy already shouting, "I told you it's not coming. I told you they're gonna have an excuse. It's now the printer. Tomorrow will be the cable. The day after that it'll be the carpet under the printer." It's just one of those things. Now, you know what I did, actually? I was donut guy for about 10 minutes ago. You know what I thought? Yeah. The president has a primetime address on Thursday. And they now say, well, the printer may not work till Friday. Oh, that's really convenient. So he's signing the bill almost exactly when he's having that primetime press address. Yes, it's very Falcon Crushes. It's very, it's very Dynasty. I sign it and I walk in and I have a primetime press address. It just happens to be at the same moment. But there you go. You're getting a $14 stimulus check. You're not getting a new printer, but you're getting a $14 stimulus check, and that $14 stimulus check will come to you if you're an individual, married couple, or adult dependent or child. The adult dependence check will go to the qualifying taxpayer who claims you as the adult dependent. The income levels are unchanged, $75,000 or less, based upon the most recent tax return you filed, whether it's 2020 or 2019. You can track the check again the same way you did last time on our irs.gov, the tracker tool, the one that crashes all the time. So you can go track it on that thing, and I guarantee you, the end of this week and next week, people will say, that tracking thing doesn't work. I'm like, has it ever worked? It hasn't worked last year. It won't work this year. It'll probably not work next week either. So get ready to track something on irs.gov that won't work next week. Then later this week. The bill could become law by the end of tomorrow if they got the printer done, and the president will sign it into law by the end of tomorrow if the printer works. I'm not joking. This is actually not a gag. It's actually true. And then the checks will go out later this week. Now, the good news is that IRS has their own printers. IRS has their own printers. They don't use Nancy's. Thank goodness. Praise the Lord. There's printer heaven for us coming. There's printer heaven coming for us. If you're missing a stimulus check, you can't print it out for yourself. You have to request it on line 30 of your 1044. The day started, Sunday started with the incredible news that $10,200, your first $10,200 of your 2020, yeah, it's 2020, unemployment earnings is now going to be tax-free, which is literally going to cause 9,000 questions on this channel. Absolutely everything you're going to ask is a yes. So do I have to file amended tax return? Yeah. Do I have to fix things? Yeah. How do I fix things? Yes. You guys have to fix a lot of stuff. Again, the first $10,200 of your unemployment benefits from the year 2020, which includes UI, PUA, FPUC, PUA, will be tax-free, and you'll have to figure out how much you paid for it, how much you have to now fix it, and I got to tell you, it's not going to be an easy calculation. It's not going to be like, and you got it. It's going to be confusing, especially if you prepare your own taxes. PUA will be now extended for 79 weeks, prior 50 weeks. PUC will now be 53 weeks instead of 24. Great news is that FPUC will not be counted for income for SNAP benefits, Children's Health, or Medicaid, but that $100 weekly payment called the mixed earner goes to September 6th. That will be counted for income. COBRA will become cheaper. The federal government on the third stimulus package will pay your COBRA premiums from April 1st to September 30th. And then your premiums will also be cheaper. Premiums for the plan will cost no more than 8.5% of your adjusted gross income. More about that incredible great news, which is in the third stimulus check bill. But who's in the room? There is Crayola and Sandy and Alicia. And there is Sandy with some beautiful flowers. Myra, Patricia. Is SSI getting the $1,400? Yes. Every single American who has a Social Security number and makes less than $75,000 is getting a $1,400 stimulus check, Patricia. Absolutely. Great question. They're just dragging it out. No, they got a printer to do that for them at this point. There's Charlotte, there's Alma, there's Alicia. Bernie sabotaged the printer, says Gary. No, I think it was Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson went in there and sort of looked at the printer, and the printer imploded. There's Donna with the hippo, and there is Alicia and Dan W. The printer is on, please, Debbie. Debbie says, I checked. The printer works, Nancy. Stop playing that game. The printer works. I'm cracking up with you, Morgan. I mean, I can't believe this. Let me tell you what happened. There's always a viewer who hears something right before I hear it. And so I went off camera for the video right before this. I was getting ready that video that just finished for finalization, and there was a comment, and the viewer said, you know it's being moved to Wednesday. I'm like, what's being moved to Wednesday? So then I went and read an article, and it said they're having problems with the printer. Oh my God, it's just, and we've heard about this printer last year. We heard about the printer with Trump when it was passed by the House and the Senate together, and they couldn't print it out fast enough, so they had to airlift it by private jet to Florida. Your taxes pay for it. So, yeah. This is, why are we talking about printers in the digital age? I don't know. People ask me, did I get the PDF? The PDF doesn't require a PDF. It doesn't require a printer. I don't know why we're worried about printers in the digital age. The great news is that a child tax credit is included. $4,000 if you have a child age one for $4,000 for child care tax credit, 50% of your child tax credit, up to $4,000 for one child. If you have two or more children, you can get up to $8,000 of your child care tax credit. Again, it's 50% of your child care tax credit up to an age 13. Really great news. If you've not hit that subscribe button in this video, hit it right now. This channel's on fire. I gotta tell you, it's days like right now that you can't miss a recording. Patricia, thank you for the massive super chat. It's days like right now you can't miss a single recording. Why? 20 minutes ago there wasn't a printer problem. Now there's a printer problem. There wasn't a printer problem 20 minutes ago. Is there a maximum family for the stimulus check? There is. I forget what it is. Not for the 3,600, but for the family there is. I forget what it is. I'm so sorry. It's in the bill. So you can't miss anything. There could be a printer problem now. There wasn't one 10 minutes ago. Wall Street just closed. Dow ended up nicely. But the NASDAQ really lost it in the second half of the day. The NASDAQ ended down sharply. And this is amid Wall Street very excited by stimulus. They're actually very excited. The 10-year Treasury note remains relatively calm. Satin B, thank you for the dancing Pierre. That's good news. The 10-year Treasury is calm. That's what you want. You don't want it angry. There was a report this morning that America could speed back to full employment by the end of this year. No one believed the report. I didn't believe it. No one else believed it. The White House didn't believe it. It's good for you. That means you're not just getting fourth stimulus, you're getting fifth stimulus. Why didn't they include a printer grant? All the printer jokes are coming in. Smash the printer like button. Smash the printer. Yeah, don't smash the printer. Then, if you have a child age 5 to newborn, you're going to get $5,000. Great news. $14 stimulus check will come to you, and then that child will get $300 a month starting in the month of July for 12 months. Family size is 4. Brother Joshua just answering that viewer's question. So family size is 4. So here's an example. husband, wife, 2 kids, both age 5. How much in stimulus are you going to get? $12,800. Wow, just a start. If family of 4 with 2 kids are 5 years old, you're going to get $12,800 in checks. Automatic. Just a start. Husband and wife, $1,400. And then the children, 5 and 5. Wow. Incredible. $12,800 for family of 4 if 2 of the kids are 5. If the 2 kids are 17, you're going to get just a little bit less. You're going to get $3,000 per child plus a $14 stimulus check for that child. That's paid $250 a month starting the month of July. What are the income qualifications for it? Same as the stimulus check, $75,000 or less. And the great news is that if you made more than $75,000, you'll still get this check just a little for the children, just a little bit less. Hazard pay, $1,502, $1,502 for age 19 or older, made less than $25,000 during the pandemic as an essential worker. Great news. Then rental. I love the rental because it's a little bit more lenient than we thought. One of the qualifications for the rental, which is middle class, low income class, homeless rental, is that you may have just suffered a financial hardship indirectly because of the pandemic. Wow, that's pretty wonderful. And then we have the homeowners got actually better deal than we thought. Homeowners will get mortgage payments, utility bills, and other housing costs included. Then we have money for the businesses. And wow, we're already 16 minutes in this video. Who else is in the room? And let me see if there's some of the incredible questions. Why not take it out to Kinko's? Manchin stole the paper. Manchin definitely was involved with this Twitter fiasco. I think it was Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson, just, Is the unemployment tax credit for a married couple or for individuals? The $10,200 is per individual for unemployment. So that's a great question. Your first $10,200 for you, a person, individual, is tax-free from the year 2020. Because unemployment always tracks a person, doesn't track a couple. Unemployment never tracks a couple because you don't work as unemployment claims are per person. So that's a great question. Meantime, there's a lot of money for businesses, and our business lunch show is a massive hit. Don't worry, because I'm going to have all the detail for you about the business grants coming up in just 60 seconds as the show continues. But first, here's a little bit about the volunteers page. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Late Daily for the excitement of the new LA Late live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LA Late at 9 a.m. Home LA Late returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA Late at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LA Late.
One of the big exciting news of the hit today is the bill that passed the Senate has an incredible provision that impacts student loan debt forgiveness. There are three items that would change between the House bill and the Senate bill. Of them, really, one impacts you right now. That is $10,000, the first $10,200 of unemployment from the year 2020 is now tax-free. You'll have to go back and amend your tax return if you've already filed your tax return. The other two items, the first one doesn't apply to most viewers, the phase out of the stimulus check over $80,000. But the third one that will impact a lot of viewers is the student loan debt forgiveness shocker. How does this one work? It works the following way. The bill from the Senate added an unusual provision that said, if the federal government at any time forgives your student loan debt, if it forgives it, then this bill will allow the tax implication of it to be forgiven as well. What's going on? Let me explain. If the federal government passed that standalone Senate bill of $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness right now, and you had $50,000 of student loan debt forgiven at a 24% tax rate, if that's your tax rate, you would have to pay the IRS $11,000. Yes. There's a tax rule that requires you to pay for a debt that's forgiven, even though the debt is now gone. Imagine if your tax rate is 40%. You'd have to pay close to $25,000 to the IRS. Well, the great, exciting news is that the bill passed by the Senate on Saturday says you won't have to pay taxes if the federal government eventually forgives student loan debt. This is a big one. This is a absolute huge shocker. That one and the $10,200 of your first unemployment payments in the year 2020 are tax-free is also a major shocker. If you've not hit the subscribe on this channel, you need to hit the subscribe because these are big numbers. These aren't small $10 items. You need to make sure you get all of these benefits. One person in one of the comments during the commercial break said, non-filer filing. Listen, you can't rely upon the non-filer filing since middle of last year. Whatever you did, you did. If IRS knows where you are and has sent stimulus checks, you're good. What I want you to know is that there's a lot of money, and the money comes live, and then it's gone. And the reason why you want to subscribe is because I'm about to show you the business grants. And the business grants you will see, they come live, and then they're gone, and you will miss them if you're not a subscriber. Let me explain. The third stimulus package has not one, but two EIDL grants. The first one is for people who applied for the EIDL grant under the second stimulus but never got it. Now, I'm not quite sure who that really is because I don't know how you would have applied for it if it never went live. But this says that SBA will open within 14 days of tomorrow, if it becomes law tomorrow, within 14 days of tomorrow, SBA will open an application process to receive requests for the unpaid second stimulus EIDL grant. And then it closes within 14 days. But this next one is the one that you really want to pay attention to. This is the one that applies to almost all viewers of this channel who are business owners. Within 28 days of the bill becoming law, which will be either tomorrow or the day after, SBA must open on sba.gov a grant program where you can get $5,000 and leave it open for 14 days. Now, on business lunch at noontime, I said very clearly, looking right at the camera like I'm doing right now, that you need to listen to me carefully. They can open this anytime, this application window, within 28 days after the president signs it into law. If he signs it into law tomorrow, they can open it tomorrow. They have to have it remain open for 14 days. But between you and I, as someone who has gotten viewers $25 million of EIDL last year, I will tell you right now, the moment they open it up, it will be out of money in 3 days. Guaranteed. So you have to be ready to apply the very first moment it opens. That's why you have to subscribe to this channel, because I will literally tell you the moment it opens. You have to apply that day. You have to stop what you're doing, apply immediately, and you have to know how to apply. First of all, watch EIDL and Overnight to Lalate. It'll explain basic EIDL application. It'll be the same application they've always used. Number two, it's based upon 2 income qualifications, both of which you qualify for generally, less than 10 employees, and you had a reduction of your income last year by at least 30%. Very simple. Finally, you're going to have a Schedule C. You probably do a Schedule C if you're you have to do a Schedule C if you're Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Airbnb. If you don't, you need to do a amended return. You're not doing your tax return correctly. Go to irs.gov to learn what a Schedule C is. You need to do that now, because the moment the application goes live, I guarantee you it's going to be what I call on this channel stimulus stampede. Everyone's going to stampede for the stimulus, and within 3 days, it will be gone. What's going to happen on day 6 is viewers are going to drop me comments saying, the application window's open. It says it's open for 2 more weeks. Why did I apply? It says there's no money. Because you probably weren't a subscriber. You waited too long. Same thing for the restaurants. The restaurant calculation we now know will be run by sba.gov as well. And the restaurant calculation is your 2020 revenue subtracted from your 2019 revenue. It will pay for payroll costs, principal and interest, rental, utilities, maintenance, food supplies, cover costs, operational expenses. There is a strange line that says you cannot have more than $500,000 of gross receipts, which doesn't make sense, but just be prepared for that strange line if that's somewhere around where you are. Finally, people always ask me, where is that grant to start a new business under the third stimulus? The president says it's in there. I have not seen it. And then there's other items in the third stimulus package. There is money for rent and utilities and food. There is hazard pay, the $1,500. There is a standalone paid sick leave of $14 a week. And of course, the $14 stimulus check. The $14 stimulus check will go out as early as the end of this week. The bill will be signed into law either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when the printer's fixed. I kid you not. And then the checks go out. The checks are not printed on the same printer as Chuck Schumer's office has. So there we go. Is the printer at the casino? The printer is not at the casino. There's Crystal, there's Crayola, there's Alma, there's Marlene, and there is Vonda, and there's Francine, and then there is New Memories. How are you? There's Gail and Steve B and Janice. And there is Carrie, and there's Gunner. What printer? If you're just joining me, let me tell you the breaking news. The breaking news, literally just breaking, is that the Senate passed the $14 third stimulus check package on Saturday, to which the House immediately said it will land in the House on Tuesday and be voted on Tuesday. Thank you, Patricia, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Yeah, Sunday, they said we're voting on Tuesday. This morning, they said they're voting on Tuesday. About 2 hours ago, they said, we're having problems with the printer in the Senate, so we may not get a copy of the paper to the House until maybe Wednesday. Maybe we'll get it Tuesday, but maybe Wednesday, because the printer's not working again. This darn printer we heard about under Trump's stimulus. Remember where they had to fly the bill to the Mar-a-Lago for him to sign it, and they couldn't print it out then? I mean, you know, how old is the printer? Is it Mitch McConnell? How old is the printer? So if you're just joining me, it's Printergate. It's Printergate. They left money in there for everything, but not for a printer. We're coming up. Oh, wow, that was a long recording. We're coming up almost at the top of the hour. I have the big updates for you. Meantime, about fourth stimulus and more. And then we go into purple. 2 more recordings on Afternoons Lalate. Coming up at the top of the hour is the big updates about SSI and SSDI. 4th stimulus, what Wall Street saw today that may trigger 5th stimulus. And then we go into purple. There is Des Marie. I hope you subscribed in this video. If you're watching, I really hope you subscribed. I don't want you to miss thousands of dollars. I don't want you to miss an opportunity to get a grant. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. I'm here live 6 hours a day, and I got 2 more recordings for you, and they're coming up right now. Stay with me as Afternoons Lalate kicks into high gear with 2 more shows. Jump into those feeds coming up right next.